So this is Triumph. This is a very, very classic magic trick with lots of variations. Some are very, very hard to do, some are very easy. This is one of the more beginner ones, but it's still very, very powerful. So try this out and you'll get a lot of leverage out of it. Now you can use any presentation you want, but the drunk spectator one works well. You're gonna have somebody select a card and you say, I'm gonna pretend you're my drunk spectator, okay? This happened to me in a bar. I was having a guy select a card. He looked at it and remembered it, which they do. Put it on top. You control this back to the top any way you want. I'm doing an overhand shuffle control here, so it looks like their card has now just been lost in the deck, when in reality, I've controlled it to the top. Okay? Now I need to get it from the top to the bottom. And the way I do that is either shuffle it to the bottom like this, shuffle one card, and then other cards on top of it. That's probably the easiest way to get it to the bottom, okay? So I've now got their selection on the bottom of the deck. As I explained, I was in a bar once and this drunk spectator started taking cards face up and face down. And all I'm gonna do is push cards over, turn them face up as I push cards over, and then turn my hand down. Push cards over, turn my hand, push cards over, turn my hand. So all I'm doing is pushing some cards this way, then turning, pushing some cards this way. And you go all the way through the deck like that until you get to that last card. And then I take that card and without turning my hand over, I just put it on top like that. So going slow, it looks pretty obvious of what you're doing. I've controlled their card on the top, but going fast, it really just looks like some cards go this way, some cards go that way. It's just a big mess of cards. Now this goes here. What's really happened is that, okay? I don't show that obviously, but I show that the deck is now, as I start cutting, some cards are face up, some cards are face down, face up, face down, everywhere I cut. And now I'm gonna riffle through until I find the two cards that are back to back, okay? You're gonna know it's about halfway, and a lot of times you can see the line where it's divided, but I just come through and act like, if I look through, I can probably find cards that have their backs together and faces together. So I've literally just riffled down the back of the cards until I see the two cards that are back to back, and I break them right there and show. Now what I'm going to do is, as I put these packs back together, I'm just turning this over, and it's not even a move. They don't know what's happening. I'm just showing these cards are all messed up. Some cards face up, some cards face down, and in doing that, I'm just cutting low, cutting high, low, high, and they're seeing different cards, face up and face down. If I go through, I can probably find cards with their backs together and their faces together. Then my hands come together and this just turns over like that. So I've just made every card go the right direction just by turning that one block over, boom, and they see this. I tell them, the spectator, I asked him to just cut the cards, and that's their selection, so that centralizes their selection. Snap, every card goes the right direction except for one, which is their card. Okay, so really easy to do. Play around with that, watch the performance, you'll see how we perform it, and then play with the practice of it. It's a very simple trick, but you get a lot of cool reactions with it. That is Triumph.